Hello, what's your name and what's your game?
My name is Liam Raum, and I'm making Barkley 2, the sequel to Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden.
So the tagline is the sequel. Like, is the sequel part of the tagline after the colon?
No, the actual real name for the game is The Magical Realms of Tir na Nog, Escape from Necron 7, Revenge of Cuchulainn, official game of the movie, Chapter 2 of the Hoops Barkley Saga.
So, how big of a Charles Barkley fan are you?
Well, I'm a fan that he's got me where I am today, just riding in the shadows, but on his coattails. I was never a big basketball fan, but it's pretty good, I guess.
So, are you aware of the current Charles Barkley affiliated video game drama that was going on?
No, what is the Charles Barkley affiliated
So,
drama?
do you know about TNT inside the NBA?
Yeah, I know that he is on the, he's on the desk.
So it's him, Ernie, who's like an analyst, and then Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal.
And Shaq, right?
Yeah, Shaq Daddy.
Shaq Daddy, I saw him try and dunk onto a Christmas tree one time. It was a solid meme for...
Was it like in a you should probably not shove Christmas down everybody's throat kind of way? Was he like, you need to be saying happy holidays?
He went to go put a present under the tree in the Inside the NBA set, and then Charles Barkley ran and tried to stop him, and then they collided, and Shaq went flying into a tree.
Well, there's a history of him falling over. Like, they raced to the back wall. I don't know if you know about that.
I mean, I've seen bits and pieces.
It's kind of like a constant thing. They had a foot race.
Okay.
Chris Webber was also in the foot race. So for some reason, they threw from Inside the NBA to an esports tournament.
Okay.
And then they were talking to the esports announcers about what they were just talking to them about, video games, it's a new sport, blah blah blah. And the esports guys just started talking a big mess of shit about Shaquille O'Neal.
Cool.
You haven't heard of this?
I have not heard of this. Why do I have not heard of this?
I don't know. Probably because you're not a basketball fan. It's more basketball news than video game news.
Yeah, I really only follow the Warriors now because that's the only point of the NBA at this point.
You're the worst. You're the worst human being. So they start talking shit. And then Shaq goes we'll challenge you to any game ever. You four versus us four, any game.
Awesome, okay.
And they keep talking shit, the game people. And then Shaq kind of threatens to put some hands on him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And they were like, well, we're going to outrun you.
But they may be able to run faster, but he can walk. His length of his stride
He also probably can throw a ball. And also,
yeah, right.
If you run into Shaq, he might decide whether you can leave or not. He could block a hallway.
Yeah. He's quick. He's a big man, but I guess he's still probably quick.
So you're going to leverage that into your interactive digital experience?
Well, now I am, yes. Possibly some sort of challenge and threaten system.
How many Gone Fishing references are there in your interactive utopia?
One now. I'll add it in.
Okay.
I have 0.
Do you know
I have
about
0.
the Gone Fishing
I know
thing?
about Gone Fishing, yeah.
Okay.
I haven't... Well, see, here's the problem is that the first game we're pretty famous about just using everything blatantly.
Yeah.
The new game, we're going to get sued because we're going to try and make money off of this one. The novel concept.
How much money are you planning on trying to make?
Enough to cover the last 5 years of hell.
Speaking of hell, a lot of people's personal hell is high school.
Right.
You hired a high schooler to do your audio. How has that turned out?
Solid. Cumulatively solid. It started a little rocky, and then he worked up. But he's one of the hardest working humans on the planet.
Is he in high school still?
No, he's not.
Does he teach at the high school?
He's not. He doesn't teach. He can, so therefore he doesnn't need to teach. He can do.
He's a doer.
He's a doer.
Not a teacher.
Not a teacher.
Yeah,
He's a doer, not a teacher.
My girlfriend's a teacher, so you're going to be on her shit list now, probably.
That's fine. Well, so are you. You just confirmed it as well.
It's a good. No. I respect teachers.
Oh.
I respect teachers, but
that's not what I heard.
Yeah, but there's actually some very high game developer visionaries that have mentioned teaching.
Oh yeah. They
were against
against
some negative school talk.
Oh.
I'm not gonna say who it is, but and it's hilarious because they're on her shit list too.
Oh, well, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
ma'am.
It's okay. She'll probably accept that. So how many audio assets has that person made?
It was getting up to, well, so in terms of actual numbers, it's like encroaching 1 million. But there a lot of them are like batch captured, like they're just like so we have
bleeps and bloops.
Not just bleeps and bloops, but like a shotgun sound, because we have 100 million combinations of guns. So a shotgun sound is recorded slightly differently, like 700 times, right? And then so there's like so many. How many you'll actually hear in the game? Who knows?
One last.
But currently, it's huge.
One last basketball-related thing. Are you familiar with the starters?
No.
They used to be called the Basketball Jones. First off, what do you think about that name?
Basketball Jones is solid name.
Well, they lost it because they moved. They're now part of NBA TV,
Okay.
and they cover a lot of weird basketball-related things.
Okay.
I think
I've never heard of them, and we're pretty weird basketball related.
Yeah, so I think you might have a shot
Yeah.
at getting on that podcast. That'd be good. It's a good podcast. They're Canadians.
One of the hardest hitting, most interesting interviews I've ever done about actual gameplay of my game was for a Bleacher Report. He asked like amazing, great gameplay and game design questions.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, what's the worst food experience you've had at this GDC?
Worst food is Sony Party.
Sony Party was solid food.
It was super good.
The
It was
chicken,
super
well,
good.
okay. The problem, there was one problem is that the chicken tacos were the best tacos, unequivocally.
I had little falafel sliders, which were dope too.
Yeah, the sliders were good, but like they had a bunch of different tacos, but then none of them were good as good.
You know
as
the IGF awards
fuck
is pretty
me.
is pretty heavy.
You know what I was supposed to do?
What?
I was supposed to get milk and cookies. They had cookies.
Where?
They had cookies at the Sony Party.
Oh, they did.
But
Oh,
I
I
didn't
didn't
think
even-
about getting milk from the bar. It was open bar. I've done that before. It's an
a
inside
thing.
joke for inside
Yeah.
folks. So the worst food experience was the Sony Party?
No. I'm gonna say IGF awards ceremony.
Really? Sliders were good. Pulled pork?
Oh, I didn't have one of those.
What'd you have? The chips? Over salted chips?
No. I had the lamb meatballs.
Never got those.
Little weak.
Yeah, the mac and cheese balls were good.
Mac and cheese balls were solid,
Yeah.
But I ended up putting the whole thing in my mouth at once, and it's really a bite. It's really a 2-biter.
Really?
Yeah. We're living in different worlds, man.
You're two biting a ball of mac and cheese?
Two biting a ball of mac and cheese, yeah. I was wearing a tuxedo, by the way, and so
Where'd you get the tux?
black tie, formal wear, San Francisco. Michael will help you out. Give him a call.
Yeah. Just say the word Liam,
Yeah,
and you'll get 20% off your next
discount.
curated tux.
Discount
delivered right
tacos.
to your door.
Yes, only most of that is untrue.
Okay, so what are you doing for the rest of the day?
I got a few more meetings, and then
What are your meetings like?
well, they're pretty much the same as they've always been, because it's just still working on the game. That's
They're
all.
probably going to get sued.
Yeah, probably gonna get sued. Well, I give like a shady kind of answer about how we are unsuable because of all these like super smart, but I don't go into any detail like narrative.
So you just like kill him with
decoys.
terminology?
Yeah. You say, well, you guy has amnesia, so he doesn't know who he is. So it's pretty clever. And so far, everybody is cool with that. But then I go, no, I won't let them play my game, so they don't really know.
And these people have more meetings with you?
Yeah, every year I go through the same thing. And I'm like, well, so, see? It's still... And generally, I'll load up the game, and then I'll just play it myself, and I won't let them touch it, and then I'll just, like, say, well, maybe we'll see you next year. We'll do the same thing. Although this year, I don't plan on telling them, see you next year.
Because it'll be out. And then you won't need them.
Right, yeah, and then...
So you're just...
And then I'll be run out of this industry. I won't even be invited.
With flaming pitchforks and everything.
I'll actually get the email that says, we've refunded your badge purchase. We do not want you here.
The refunded badge purchase, because I ended up speaking. So I got the refunded badge purchase.
Oh, nice.
Because of the currencies, I actually profited on the deal.
Oh, there you go.
Because the currency dropped by the time I got the refund.
All right, suck it.
Yeah. No, keep dropping. Well, I don't know if I should say that. It's not very patriotic.
No, not really. But I mean, you got to look out for number one, right?
Yeah. It's just me.
That's you.
And you're number
Currently.
one in your life.
Well, yeah, it depends on who's listening to this podcast. Because actually, none.
It's not going to be me.
Right. So they're either number two or below. Everybody here.
Well, I hope your game does as well as Below.
Thanks. I think we're.
What'd you think of the Below trailer?
Oh, it was timely.
Yeah.
It was a timely trailer.
I need to apologize to Nathan Vella because when the trailer started, I yelled "Critter Crunch 2."
Yeah.
Because that's what I wanted. Because I knew Below is a thing, right?
Right. I wanted the Critter Crunch 2 drop. Yeah. That's not happening. That's an E3 thing. It's big.
Yeah, that's a one more
That's a
thing.
big one. That's a bigger one.
One more thing at the Microsoft press conference, Critter Crunch 2.
I think when Bella starts hosting the video game awards, the Spike Video Game Awards or whatever the hell they're called now, that's where he'll drop Critter Crunch 2.
I was talking to another developer, and he thinks that there isn't going to be an IGF next year. IGF Awards.
Oh yeah, because it was a joke, but it was like a long joke. So he says there's not going to be an IGF this year.
Yeah.
Because of the indie apocalypse, and that was the joke.
Yeah, but then it's like you go into the Game Developers Choice and like Crypt of the Necrodancer's winning and Ori is winning, and then this is what the other guy. Shout out to Gord. I don't know if you know Gord.
Yeah, my boy Gord.
Yeah, your boy
hey,
Gord. That's how
Gord.
it's pronounced. I'm like
Gorday, you're number 2, bud.
Keep it up. Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, well I guess they don't need them because like the indie games are up for regular awards. So why do you need two separate awards?
Star Wars, yeah.
The Star Wars audio team. That was so funny with Star Wars Battlefront because like normally you have names of people.
It's an entire company.
But it's such a big company and their audio team is probably like 20 people that it just said like Star Wars up for best audio, Star Wars Battlefront audio team, Star Wars like Battlefront programming team. Like
right.
It was funny. It was probably one of the funnier things EA's done. Like I thought the comedy of that was kind of good.
It was timely. It was a very timely comedy.
And speaking about timing, thanks for being on the question bus.
Oh, it's been great riding with you. I'll just get off at the next stop.
Yeah. And do you have any last things you want to say?
You can't rush quantity.